Grand evening, everyone. It is Friday, January 2nd, 2026. This is the first live stream of 2026, if I remember correctly. I believe I just did one. Yes, this is the first live stream. This is initially a live stream recording that is posted to my YouTube channel. This is the first live stream recording here on 2026. And we have some huge historic emergency breaking news as I put for the thumbnail for this video, this live stream recording that is posted to my YouTube channel, as I've said. I've been sick for quite a few days, as I was the last live stream video. And there's been massive escalations that have started right when this new year did. Since before that, to be more accurate, there's been massive escalations and further breaking news. I also just wanted to show this in this spotlight format because it just shows that these are not AI videos. I'm a very real person. This is not an AI video and there's no AI photos that I'm using in this live stream recording personally. So let's get on with the massive historic breaking news recently. That was enough of that 720p picture quality there on that camera. There is no more need for that. It's very expensive that they require, not recommend, to upgrade the quality and get some other features using this service. I'm not going to do that just yet. I may even get onto another one if I find an even better spot to do live streaming. I believe I could even do it on X, which I may consider that. X is competing very well with YouTube right now. So we'll start with this. This is very interesting. This bit of news here, this video. This is such a useful thing that people could use and live in. And this could absolutely end homelessness if it was funded properly. No one would be homeless because they have these expandable houses. They have places that could just be put together in this way that is shown. It's very simple. It's like just big enough, it's comfortable to live in for a lot of people. That's a lot of space. I'll just let that run through one more time. Very simple, very fast setup. They did speed it up a little. It still did not take them long at all to put that together and get it set up that way. The electric, the lights and stuff probably did, though that house itself did not. It's a nice spot. Very nice concept. It's almost like a shipping container at first, and then it expands into a house, like a 2-bedroom house. So the President Trump, the administration, the crypto czar apparently has a crypto czar. David Sachs on X here said, as a response to socialism, Miami will replace New York City as the finance capital, and Austin will replace San Francisco as the tech capital. So that's another bit of good news there to balance it out more today, tonight, more accurately. It is, we started this at 2200 hours and 25 minutes Eastern Standard Time. Almost forgot that. This right here is the most massive, some of the most important and historic news that has come out in the last 2 years at least. President Trump himself has said this, and this was also posted by the White House on X. If Iran, I don't know why he said shots, it's a error there, and violently unalives peaceful protesters, which is their custom, the United States of America will come to their rescue. He said, we are locked and loaded and ready to go. Thank you for your attention to this matter. So he said that very quickly, very aggressively. President Trump is very angry at Iran. There is a coup going on there in Iran, like a revolution. The people are revolting against the government there in Iran. Several people in Iran have been killed already. Lots of people injured. It's very violent and very active there in Iran. Let's see here. Gotta check my audio. Nope, that's not the right video. Stand. Okay. Everything is straightened out now. It was very concerning. I wonder when I lost audio. This is another thing. So YouTube is still trying to very much compete against X. They're having a very hard time with that, though. It's from whatever that account is named there. The creator of the 10-hour fireplace YouTube video has reportedly earned over $1 million from it. It's the only upload on the Fireplace 10 Hours channel and has over 156 million views. So this guy's one video, this person's one video has over 156 million views. He named the channel that, and that's what it is. The person got over $1 million for that, playing 10 hours long. This I just saw moments ago. The first of two high-speed coronal mass ejections had impacted the Earth, sparking a geomagnetic storm literally minutes ago, um, from the time this was posted. The upper atmosphere is starting to glow with auroras as a result of this supercharged cloud of gas compressing the Earth's delicate shields. This will last for several hours as we wait on the arrival of the second CME racing towards the Earth, and it might even be stronger. Some people might be able to see northern lights if it's not cloudy in those areas. And if some people are located at or above the mid latitudes of Earth. So the planet was hit with a CME, a coronal mass ejection, which will likely result in some geomagnetic storms. The power grid, especially the global power grid, is definitely at risk once again because of the CME that hit. There's another one that's supposed to hit moments from now. It is likely. We're waiting on that second one. I don't know if it hit yet. And the geomagnetic storms that result will probably be very intense, one after the other this time, with the CMEs. Germany is asking teenagers, are you ready for war in a mandatory national survey? Flat out. All males must fill out a Bundeswehr questionnaire on their fitness and interest in joining the armed forces. Failing to respond or providing false information can result in a fine. The survey also gathers personal details such as marital status, height, weight, and other nationalities. Both men and women receive a letter with a QR code linking to the online questionnaire, though only men are required to participate. So they're taking surveys, they're gathering the information of all the men and even the women in Germany, and they are straight, flat out asking them if they are ready for war. So Germany is totally preparing for war with Russia and China. They're just totally preparing for World War III now. You can see the German flags on their shoulders. In somewhat related news, it's historically related to Germany. We have this here. So Zoran Mamdani, the mayor of New York City now, he did this gesture in New York City around the same time he called himself a democratic socialist. He did this gesture, and a lot of the mainstream media did not say much about it. It's a very, very well known gesture that he just decided to do there. It just came very natural to him. I I don't know if he realized it right away, though that's what he did. Okay, so that is now the mayor right there of New York City, who is more likely a communist than a democratic socialist, as he calls himself. I highly recommend people, I suppose, evacuate, bug out from New York. Leave New York while you still can, for those who still live in New York. If you have the ability to leave New York, it is the sensible and logical and common sense thing to do in preparation for New York's total collapse. That that man, combined with the governor, as he will manipulate the governor into making decisions that he wants her to do, it's going to be a very bad situation. The combination of those two working together on New York, with their extreme ideas. They're both socialists, and both very likely what he was doing there. Terrible thing for New York. The best thing people in New York can do is move to a place like Florida, maybe even South Carolina, possibly West Virginia, or as I most recommend, Texas, the best state in the country, in my opinion, uh, due to several reasons: the land, the people, the weather, the expense, the economy. Texas has one of the strongest economies in the world. It is absolutely the place to be. I highly recommend Texas and those other states that I mentioned. Even Nevada and possibly Arizona, though those are very difficult places to live when it hits the fan, because those states are mostly deserts. I think parts of Arizona in the north is not much of a desert, though other parts of those states are mainly a massive desert. So it's difficult living in those two states. Then we have this here, one of the most plain and simple reasons the US is totally collapsing and not just going into a recession or a economic depression of some kind. It is totally going to collapse. They don't do the proper things to solve these problems, like the debt. $38.5 trillion of debt. There's a few ways that could be figured out and straightened out. A lot of countries would lose money, or whoever all of that money is owed to. There's a few ways to straighten that out and figure it out, especially when it comes to government reform. That's the best thing this country could do, is total government reform, bringing full decentralization, as centralized government is not needed for the most part. Decentralizing is very much needed. It will happen one way or the other, though this country is going to collapse if all of the right things are not done as soon as possible, because it is $38.5 trillion in debt, an all-time high. That's a new all-time high. So the US approaches $40 trillion in debt. It is expected for sure to be over $40 trillion in debt by the end of this year. I expect way before that. I think by the end of the winter, it'll be $40 trillion in debt. It's going into further hyperinflation now. So we cannot forget and underestimate the severity of the situation in Iran and what President Trump said about it. President Trump has gone very belligerent about the Iran situation. When it always came to Iran, President Trump is always ready to take immediate action against Iran some reason. He has like a personal hate towards Iran. So it is going to be a very interesting month as Russia will support Iran fully if the U.S. attacks Iran. Russia also said, as I will say again, Russia also will be fully supporting China when it comes to Taiwan. And Russia is also supporting Venezuela when it comes to that situation, that war there that is slowly developing. So, direct conflict with Russia and China and Iran is now inevitable, and it has been indirectly and in other ways happening already. So keep on preparing. I always recommend physical assets, though I am not a financial advisor. It is your own decision, such as gold, silver, land, and ammunition, and even foods, such as storable foods and freeze dried foods. Those are amazing physical assets to have. I also recommend other physical assets, such as a lot of people look at them as weapons, such as firearms, blades, knives, things of that nature, bows. Um, that definitely a learning experience when it comes to bows and certain blades, and get all the survival skills needed together. Get all of the survival skills needed for what is coming. There are many books out there. There's lots of videos. There's a lot of podcasts. Books are also a physical asset. Those are great things to have, especially when it comes to preparedness and nuclear war survival. That is another thing people need to be preparing for now is nuclear war itself, which it will not likely at all be a total mutually assured destruction scenario. It will all be very survivable what is coming. It won't be very easy. It will not be easy at all in a lot of situations that arise, and circumstances might be the better word. So keep on preparing those ways, and I recommend spiritually, not religiously. Religion is not a good thing to be stuck in. Love, light, and blessings to you all. I will be back very soon with further updates. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and even donate if you will. I will put a link for donations in the description of this video. Thank you once again, and keep on preparing. Do not get complacent. This year is only just getting started.